I stared at my reflection in the mirror, but the face looking back wasn't mine. It was a stranger, a twisted mockery of my own features. I blinked, hoping it was just a trick of the light, but the unfamiliar face remained. This was the third morning in a row that I'd woken up to find my reflection altered. At first, it was subtle changes. The color of my eyes, the shape of my nose. But today, the transformation was complete. The person in the mirror was a total stranger. I pressed my hand against the cool glass, watching as the reflection did the same. Its lips curled into a sinister smile, even as my own face remained frozen in horror. Stumbling back from the mirror, I tried to make sense of what was happening. Was I losing my mind? Or was there something more sinister at play? I thought back to the strange events of the past week, the mysterious package that had arrived on my doorstep, the eerie phone calls in the middle of the night, the shadows that seemed to lurk in every corner of my apartment. At the time, I had dismissed them as coincidences, but now I wasn't so sure. As I tried to go about my day, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. Every reflective surface seemed to hold a different version of me, each one more distorted than the last. In the window of a coffee shop, I saw a gaunt, hollow-eyed figure staring back at me. In the polished metal of the elevator doors, a bloated, misshapen creature leered in my direction. I began to avoid mirrors altogether, covering them with sheets and towels. But even in the darkened glass of my turned-off television, I could see the shapes moving, twisting, morphing into nightmarish forms. Desperate for answers, I turned to the internet, searching for any explanation for my predicament. Deep in an obscure forum, I found a single post that sent shivers down my spine. It spoke of an ancient curse, one that stole the reflections of its victims, replacing them with twisted doppelgangers that gradually took over their lives. The more I read, the more I realized the terrible truth. The package that had arrived on my doorstep, the one I had so carelessly opened, must have been the trigger. Inside, I remembered, was a small, ornate mirror, its surface swirling with strange, hypnotic patterns. I had held it up to my face, marveling at its beauty, never realizing the trap I had fallen into. Now, as I sit huddled in the corner of my room, watching the shadows lengthen and distort, I know that it's only a matter of time before the final transformation takes place. The thing in the mirror will step out into the world, wearing my face, living my life. And I will be trapped forever in the glass, a silent, screaming reflection, powerless to escape. The curse has claimed me, body and soul. And as the darkness closes in, I can only pray that death will be a merciful release from this never-ending nightmare.